I want to talk about President Trump. So President Trump, I never really took him for like much of a cryptocurrency expert. We spent, in fact, I don't know.
Trump and expert in the same sentence. Was that a joke?
I mean, he's an expert of the media, like in media manipulation. That's what President Trump is.
I would give him that.
He knows how to do that, push the buttons on that. Governor Huckabee once said to me, he said, I can't get on the air anywhere. I can't get a word in. Because President Trump, he knows how to run the media. He just sucks all the wind out of the room. He knows how to play the media cycles. It's true. So President Trump, yesterday came out, basically said that cryptocurrencies are a disaster waiting to happen. He says cryptocurrencies are a disaster waiting to happen. And I don't understand if he understands what crypto is or if he even understands what Bitcoin is. He says that they may be fake. And he says it's a disaster waiting to happen. And he says Bitcoin seemed like a scam. And he did this interview on Fox. And he says, whether or not he's been dabbling in Bitcoins or cryptos, Trump said, I don't know. I don't like the currency. I like the currency of the United States. Okay. I think the others are potentially a disaster waiting to happen. Does he understand how the U.S. currency operates? Like, does he understand that the U.S. currency isn't backed by anything? It's not backed by gold, silver, or anything.
Was there a surge in Bitcoin buying when he said that yesterday and a dump of the dollar? Because that's what I'd be doing. Like Elon Musk says it and everybody buys. Trump says it and everybody, they're like the opposite of what.
We're laughing about that, but this morning, Bitcoin surging to 50,000 this morning. So Bitcoin surging over 50,000. Retesting that 50. It hit 50 a few days ago again, and it hit 50 again this morning. Popped back down to 49 this morning, but it's back over 50 as we air this broadcast. Ethereum surging, look at that, to 3,700. And Cardano, look at this. For the very first time, Cardano, the third by market cap on CoinMarketCap, is now past $3 for the very first time, up 7%. I own a bunch of Cardano, so I was a happy cat this morning. I own a bunch of Bitcoin as well. So President Trump says, I feel that cryptocurrency hurts the United States currency. So wait a minute. Let's just be clear about something. Cryptocurrency hurts the U.S. currency. I got news for you. The U.S. currency is hurting itself by the printing of it. Bitcoin is not hurting U.S. currency at all. The only thing harming U.S. currency is our massive amount of debt and the fact that it's not tied to anything, not tied to gold, not tied to silver, not tied to anything. It's 50 years ago when Richard Nixon took us off the gold standard, it now became worthless. As Robert Kiyosaki says, 50 years ago, that was the day the dollar died. So I like U.S. currency. I like the dollar. What about for people that are poor? What about for countries around the world that are being lifted out of poverty thanks to Bitcoin and cryptocurrency? He says these cryptocurrencies may be fake. Who knows what they are? Well, guess what? There's a lot of people that know what they are. What do you mean they may be fake? Who knows what they are? There's certainly something that people don't know much about. No, you don't know much about it, sir. So just because you don't know much about it, then that means that other people don't know much about it. Well, I got news for you. I did some digging on just how much do people actually understand this. Turns out that investors this year alone, over 50% of investors, and I'm talking people that have 401ks, et cetera, over 50% of investors invested in cryptocurrency.
Did you know that the dollar back in 1913, like if you were to spend $26 then, that's $1 now.
How much? 26?
$26 in 1913.
$26 in 1913.
Is what the dollar, like a dollar today was worth $26 in 1913. So you wonder why like they could buy a loaf of bread for, a nickel because it was so much more valuable.
Right. So we sat down last night and we had my father-in-law and his wife are visiting. They're here for a few weeks, and he's a very smart businessman. Has run multiple successful businesses, right? And he just didn't understand anything about crypto and Bitcoin. And we had a really interesting conversation with my wife and the four of us last night, kind of diving into all of the differences, like understanding cryptocurrency and explaining it. And by the end of the conversation, I think I get it. So my father-in-law, who we took like an hour explaining this to him, and he understood it. President Trump, President of the United States, you don't have enough people around you that could inform you about this currency that is changing the world.
I don't wear a toupee.
I just don't get it. No, I've not been a big fan. People, they are certainly something that people don't know much about. Trump has always been a critic of Bitcoin and crypto. In June, he said Bitcoin seemed like a scam. I don't like it because it's another currency competing against the dollar. It's not, though. How's it competing? It's property. It's not a currency. You have a fundamental misunderstanding of what this is. The government treats it as property, real store of value. It is taxed as property, just like a home is taxed. Go try to sell your Bitcoin, and it's a taxable event. Now, if I sell my dollar to somebody else, that's not a taxable event. I can use my dollar and go buy groceries. With Bitcoin, it's a taxable event in the United States. It's not currency, Bitcoin. It's property. It's real property. And as Michael Saylor says, it perhaps is the ultimate store of value for people. And again, El Salvador, just about to make it their legal tender, perhaps lifting millions of people out of poverty, giving them a tangible asset that they can use rather than a horribly corrupt and collapsed bolivar, which is the currency they were using, which is worthless now. And these Bitcoin ATMs that have been popping up all over the place so people can get access to it, turn it into fiat currency, turn it into euro, turn it into other cryptos if they want, very accessibly. He says, back in 2019, he says, I'm not a fan of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, which are not money. Well, see, he understood it then. So what changed? They're not money. So whose value is highly volatile and based on thin air. That's the US dollar, Mr. President. Unregulated crypto assets can facilitate unlawful behavior. Yeah, the dollar's never done that. Including drug trade and other illegal activity. True enough, Mr. President, we've never had drugs before. But, now that we've got crypto.
Here's the behind the scenes conversation that we didn't hear. So Trump is like, guys, I'm going broke. I've spent all my money. The scam that I tried on the American people to sell my coins and all that stuff didn't go as well as I planned. The make Trump a president again thing. So I'm out of money. What can I do? Well, there's always Bitcoin. Yeah, but it's up to 50,000 right now. Well, Elon Musk does a tweet and says something, bad about it, and it goes down. Maybe if you put out a statement and say that you're not a fan, it'll drop. You can buy in. And then after you buy in, come out and say, I was wrong. And then
I like that idea.
Yeah, he's trying to manipulate the market.
So it's a reverse Elon. He's trying to pull a reverse Elon.
Yes.
I like that idea. I think that you might be onto something. I don't know. I just a fundamental misunderstanding. I mean, if you're president of the United States, get educated on something. I'm not a fan. It's highly volatile, and it can facilitate unlawful behavior, including drug trade and other illegal activity. What I find really bizarre about this, is that many Republican governors are the exact opposite. For instance, Greg Abbott of Texas, is all in on crypto. Governor Greg Abbott of Texas, Republican, wants Texas to become the crypto capital of the world, even beating out New York City. He wants you to build, mining facilities there, set up infrastructure there. He wants to accept it as currency there, all of it. So come on down to Texas, and other states are doing that as well. Ron DeSantis in Florida, also of Trump a buddy. So it's bizarre. It's like no one even has gotten him to have an explanation of what this means.
I could explain to him in 5 minutes. Mr. Trump, have a seat. Let me show you something. Okay. Now, sir, on your left is a Big Mac. on your right are golden French fries. Are those competing? No, they're different, right?
And they go great together,
Yes.
right? They go great together. Like fiat currency is not, government US dollar is not going anywhere. It's the reserve currency of the world. I mean, it may be around for a long time, but it works in tandem with crypto as an ultimate store of value.
So you love your Big Mac. You can have your Big Mac. You love it. It's your favorite, but you really like those fries too.
Right. Oh man, I just love the ignorance around this. So there's President Trump on this issue. Let me know your thoughts on this in the chat below. But meanwhile, I've got a report I wanted to share with you. So a lot of people ask me, what coins are you investing in right now? What alternative coins are you investing in? Because as the market explodes and Bitcoin dominance recedes or explodes, then there's all fantastic altcoins that I'm investing in. And so we put together a report along with our friends over at portfoliowealthglobal.com. And you can go and grab this free report, the top 6 altcoins that I'm investing in right now. They make faster moves and much bigger gains because Bitcoin moves, in smaller increments than some of these altcoins. I mean, if I just look at, so anyway, just grab this report. It's totally free. Put it together with our friends at portfoliowealthglobal.com/top6 is the website you want to go and grab this. Okay. And then come on over to the charts. After you download the altcoin picks, come over and take a look at the charts here. So these, if you go to coinmarketcap.com, you can then see the top cryptos by market cap. And you see like Bitcoin here, right? It's the top, right? Because that's the most volume. But it's only moved 5%. Okay. Now let me just show you on the chart here some of the potential in some of these coins that move 32% in one day. Imagine buying $1.47 of this coin. That's how much it costs to buy this coin. And it goes up 32%. Okay. Imagine putting $100 into this. Okay. But see some of these other ones here. Ampcoin, Telecoin, Chainlink up 8%. Dogecoin up 8%. Again, it's not Bitcoin at the top of this pile. Okay. And you also see ones that have a potential for huge dips as well. Like Phantom is a great coin. Okay. Thorchain is a great coin. Rune is a great coin. Arweave, AVAX, all of these, right? They dipped. These are perfect dip buys right now. Anyway, go check it out. Go check out that report and see our top 6 altcoin picks for 2021. Just go to the website there on the bottom of the screen and grab that puppy. Doug says, I bought my first Bitcoin in 2011. Wow. That's awesome, man. That's the way to go. That's good stuff.
Yeah, I wish I would have.
Yeah, don't miss the boat. I mean, this is the greatest money-making opportunity we've ever seen right now. We're not even at anywhere near widespread adoption. As long as you have the president of the United States as ignorant as Trump is on this issue, that's a good thing. The moment you have someone like President Trump, like, yeah, I own tons of Bitcoin. Watch out for that. Thanks for subscribing to the channel. You can also become a channel member by going to morninginvest.com/join, where you can stick it to the mainstream media and support independent journalism. We're able to bring you the stories that you won't see on any of the major billionaire-backed networks. Thanks so much. We'll see you next time, everyone.